Welcome to another episode of First Past Post podcast. I'm delighted to say I'm joined this evening yet again by my mate Liam. Liam, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, it could be a bit better after today's action on the first day. Not a great day. I mean, how did you get on? Any winners?
Not many, mate. Not many, but hopefully we're going to put that right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just touching on the first day's action. Obviously, we had Constitution Hill, who was absolutely astonishing, wasn't he?
Yeah, mate. That was some performance, wasn't it? That's
That
one
was
of the best performances I've ever seen. I think in
it
a
was
Supreme Novices hurdle.
it was immense. I mean, you know, Nicky Henderson quoting saying he's a push button horse, and it's happened again, hasn't it? He's just absolutely rocketed up. It's really impressive, and obviously Honeysuckle, she made it 15 out of 15 this afternoon as well, which was brilliant to see. And I think you could see watching it on the TV today that the atmosphere there was brilliant, wasn't it? When they were coming in.
Yeah, mate. I can't wait to get there on Friday now. I mean, just watching it on the telly today made me look forward to it that little bit more.
No. I mean, yeah, it was brilliant to have it back on our TV screens today. And like I say, hopefully tomorrow is a bit better. Getting a few more winners because today weren't so great. But yeah, so this evening we'll be previewing the day 3, which will be Thursday's action. If you haven't already listened to our day 2 preview and selections, that's up on our channel. And if you like and subscribe, would be massively appreciated as well. Because I think we're aiming for about 100 subscribers on YouTube, aren't we, at the moment?
Yeah, mate. We just want to get there, and like you say, it would be massively appreciated.
So yeah, if everyone could like and subscribe to us on YouTube, that'd be brilliant. And let's kick things off, mate, with our day 3 preview, which obviously starts with the Turners Novices Chase. The battle Bob Ollinger versus Galopin des Champs, and obviously you've got El Barra and Bustleton as well, which is it's disappointing. It's only a 4-runner race, but everyone's there to see the two at the top end of the market, Bob Ollinger and Galopin des Champs. So who have you opted to go with, mate?
I've gone with Bob Ollinger, mate. I just think he's only been beaten once, and that was over hurdles by Fernie Hollow, and we've seen how good Fernie is. He's taken to chasing sort of pretty well enough, and I think the trip's going to suit him more than it will suit Galopin des Champs. I really still think Galopin des Champs should have went to the Brown Advisory, the 3-mile race, and I think it could be a mistake by Willie. Time will tell, but I just think Bob Ollinger's got a much bigger engine, and that's going to sort of stand him in good stead over the shorter trip.
Yeah, I can see that reasoning behind that. But I've actually gone for Galopin des Champs. I think, Willie Mullins probably wouldn't be sending him to the Turners, if he knew that he hasn't got a good chance of winning. And like you say, it'd be interesting to see how he does cope with the shorter trip. Obviously, with Bob Ollinger, who's got immense speed and a massive engine in him, which you'd imagine would be crucial in the final stages of this race. But no, I just think I've just been blown away really by Galopin des Champs over fences. Obviously we knew how unbelievable he put in that performance, that on his beginner's chase. That was just amazing. And, he's really continued with that form, winning grade 1 at Dublin Racing Festival. And I think if he jumps as well as he has done in previous starts, then I'm hoping it will be a close affair between the two, and obviously we get a good race to watch between them. But I just think if he's jumping spot on, and he's got great cruising speed as well, I think that just might set him apart from Bob Ollinger. So yeah, I've opted to go for Galopin des Champs, and hopefully see him put in another immense performance over fences.
It's going to be a top race anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like I say, it's a bit disappointing. We've only got the 4 runners, but
Hmm.
let's hope those two, make it a great spectacle between the pair of them.
Hmm.
So moving
Should we move
on.
on to the next?
Yeah. So the Potemps handicap hurdle. Who have you got, mate?
I've gone for Syed Burley in this one. He's got really good form at the festival. Um, he won back to back here in 2019 and 2020 in this race. And then he followed that up last year with runners up in the Status Hurdle. He probably hasn't been his usual self lately, but I like the course and distance form. And when you got a horse who sort of shows that every festival, I don't think you can really look elsewhere. I know it didn't sort of work out for me today with Vintage Clouds, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Gordon Elliott will have him tuned up properly for this race, and I think he'll go close for sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned Gordon Elliott. Obviously, he has a massive hand in this race, doesn't he?
Hmm.
Normally with the Potemps, and the horse I've gone for. We spoke about it on our anti-post episode. Tullybeg, who I've
Yeah.
backed. I think I can't quite remember if it was 16s or 14s, but regardless, he's still around the same price now. So there's not much, I haven't got much value there. Um, but yeah, obviously I'll be opting with Tullybeg for this, and hopefully he can win me money in the Potemps. I mean, I spoke about a few of the trends that I liked with this horse in our anti-post episode a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, but I think looking at it more so as well, he's definitely an improving horse, and he's in the Potemps qualifier he was 5th,
Hmm.
which was actually decent form and a decent trend to fit in this, because horses that go then to the Potemps at Cheltenham, the ones who succeed, they never really sort of, they definitely don't win the Potemps qualifier, and they finish around, in the placings, or fourth, fifth, that sort of placing, like I say. So yeah, Gordon Elliott horse. If you're looking for a bet in this, definitely opt for a Gordon Elliott horse. I reckon. I mean, they probably got a great chance. You've got the likes of Falcano around the same sort of price as Tullybeg. Sassy yet classy, again, same sort of price. Dunboyen, short in the market, and obviously you've got yours with Sire de Burlay as well, and then obviously
Hmm.
um, Dales de Picton, which was one you mentioned, wasn't it, in the anti-post episode?
Yeah. I've decided to go against it, but yeah, they're like them ones you say there. Gordon Elliott, he always goes well in this race, so I
Mm,
couldn't really put you off of any of them, to be honest.
yeah. So best of luck there, mate. And moving on to the third race on the Thursday, which is obviously the Ryanair Chase. I mean, is this the biggest bank of the festival, would you say?
It's got to be in it.
Uh, yeah, I mean, you can't look past Allaho. You would imagine, he's gonna win very
Hmm.
well again. And yeah, I mean, there's not really much that you could look past with Allaho. I'm afraid. I mean, the way he won last festival was just amazing. I mean, the distance
Mm.
he put between him and his rivals um, was, like I say, is what you could maybe imagine he might do again, don't you think, this year?
Hmm. Yeah, like you're saying there, like he won by 12 lengths
Mm,
last year in this race, so he's got the form in the race, and he's unbeaten over the trip this season as well. So I mean, the only one you could really sort of maybe not make a case for, but Conflated, who won the Irish Gold Cup.
yeah.
Um, but I just don't think anything's going to get near him, to be honest, mate.
No, no, I agree. And I mean, if you're looking at again, another race here where you're looking at maybe like an each way price for a horse, um, you mentioned Conflated there.
Hmm.
Shamblu for the Skeltons. Obviously, this horse hasn't been seen since falling in the Charlie Hall Chase in October, when he was about 20 lengths clear, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In
Mm.
that, and obviously, unfortunately, fell and has obviously been kept off since. So, coming back into this, the Ryanair, the trip may prove ideal, but like we say, there's nothing that can challenge Alaho, and I think, if he goes round, jumps cleanly, I think he's going to come home and come home really well.
I agree with you, mate. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Like even Willie said himself, this is banker of the week. So
Yeah.
you should think there's not going to be much to trouble him.
No, not at all. I agree. Definitely the bank of the week, I reckon. Moving on to the 3:30 on the Thursday, the Stayers Hurdle, which is an interesting one because obviously, before Classical Dream and Champ last time out, people were saying, it's got to be between those two. And then obviously Classical Dream wasn't as impressive last time out. And the same really goes for Champ when Paisley Park beat him. I mean, who have you gone for here?
I've actually gone with Time Hill. I've sort of tried to stay away from. I did like Classical Dream as well, but I've stayed away from him and Champ, especially after their last two defeats. He ran over in France and he wasn't great, Time Hill, but I think French racing is very different to the racing we have over here. The hurdles, especially, they're built different, and he does have a good record over hurdles. He won a Group 1 Liverpool hurdle at Aintree in April, and obviously then went over to France, came 5th, but then he followed that up with a 2nd behind Champ in the long walk in December. He hasn't run since, so he's going to be one of the fresher ones out of some of the other horses. I just think at 4-1, if he shows up and he's at his best, you can't rule him out. And yeah, I'm just going to go with him. I don't really want to take a chance on the others after what I've seen as of late. But yeah, that's my pick, mate.
Yeah, I've gone for Classical Dream. I mean, I love this horse. I think the reason I do is because I did back him when I don't know if you remember when he won the Supreme in the 2019 festival, and obviously that was the first race of the day that year, and I backed him that day, and he just sort of stuck by me when he won that. So yeah, I love this horse, and I think I've gone for him. I think if he's back to his best, if he bounces back, I think he's a major player. I mean, obviously, when he had a long absence off, didn't he? Last April when he won, and he absolutely hosed up, and then obviously, when he went out in front, winning the Grade 1 Christmas Hurdle at Leopardstown in December, obviously with Flooring Porter 2 lengths behind, where at the moment Flooring Porter's at the top of the market, so people are fancying him to reverse the form with Classical Dream. But then obviously he came 4th in the Grade 2 in January. But like I say, if he bounces back, which we've seen from this horse before, like I mentioned, he bounced back after that absence out, and he absolutely won with ease. So, if he does that again, he's got a great chance, and I'm confident that we'll see a much better performance than that 4th last time out in the Grade 2. And yeah, I've gone for Classical Dream. I think, Paul Townend on him. I mean, the Mullins horses today, they've not been really running well, apart from the winner in the last they had today. But so hopefully throughout the week, that can sort itself out and they'll be back to their best. So hopefully on the day, Thursday, Classical Dream will be right up there. But I mean, obviously you got Flooring Porter, Champ. I mean, Paisley Park. I mean, I thought that horse was definitely past his best until he won last time out. So, he could play a leading role, couldn't he, if he's on song?
Yeah, he ran a cracker last time out,
Yeah.
mate. Definitely in the mix. He's put himself back in the mix. Like you said, I thought he was past his best, and then he pull that out the bag, and looks like he could have a little bit left in the tank.
Definitely. I think obviously just the final one in this really that catches my eyes, probably Royal Kahala. She's on the up and is slightly unexposed over staying trip, but if she runs to her best again, she's won her last 2. I mean, she could be one to look out for in this. So it definitely looks quite an open Stayers Hurdle this year. But no, I'm on Classical Dream, I think.
Should we move on to the next?
Yep. Who have you gone for, mate? In the again, the big handicap.
Yeah, I've gone for Imperial Alcazar. I thought he was really impressive last time out on trials day. He won by 10 lengths, obviously over course and distance and good ground. He was one of the favourites for the festival last year. A lot of people said like a lot of people were saying he's potentially even the banker of the week. He went off really short, and I'm pretty sure he picked up a small knock on the way round, and obviously didn't perform to his best that day. But since then, he's come runner up twice, and like I said, he was really impressive last time out. So I think he's been lifted £8 for that effort. But I think if he's at his best, he's there with a right chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've gone for the Glancing Queen, who I mentioned again on our anti-post episode. Obviously, I had her for the Mayor's Chase. Obviously, she's in this now, but I think, you know, Alan King obviously had his winner, didn't he, with Edwardstone today, which could, you know, that crosses a line out of that horrendous form he had at Cheltenham. So maybe he might just get another one with the Glancing Queen. I think she's definitely a mare who's taken very well to fences this season. Obviously winning listed events at Bangor and Warwick, and then obviously she had a creditable second in the Dipper over this course and distance. So, you know, her form stacks up well. She loves it around Cheltenham, and she's just open to further improvement. And I think opting to go to the plate instead of Mayor's Chase, it obviously shows that Connections have probably fancied more of her chances in this. So I think she's definitely shortlisted, and I think I'll be siding with her. I just think the way she got, you know, I say she just jumps really well, and she loves Cheltenham, a track that really suits her. I think there's further improvement in her, and wouldn't be surprised if she goes very, very close on the day.
Best of luck with that, mate.
Yeah. So penultimate race, the Mayor's Novice Hurdle. Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Brandy Love. She wasn't at her best last time out when she was beaten by Allegory Devassi, who's obviously not in this race. She's picked up a knock. She jumped really badly that day on a right-handed track. She prefers going left-handed. She was jumping to her left that day, and it was pretty remarkable how she actually stayed on to finish second, considering the amount of ground she gave away by jumping out to her left. Her form other than that's pretty good. I think just because she likes it left-handed and she's a bit more experienced than, you know, Dino Blewett, who's a favourite at the moment. I'm favouring her to do the business here, and if she's at her best, like I say, she'll be hard to beat.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Sounds like she's got a great chance. I've in fact gone for Party Central with Gordon Elliott. Davy Russell takes a ride. This horse, she did really well in bumper races, and she's 3 or 4 as a hurdler. So, you know, she unfortunately weren't, you know, unbeaten over hurdles. She had one blip, which cost her. But, you know, you look at her first 2 hurdle wins, and they were at 2 mile 4, 2 mile 3. But she looked well suited by a strongly run race over an extended 2 mile 1 furlong in a Mayor's Handicap at Leopardstown on her latest outing. When she came off the pace to lead at the last, and obviously, you know, won it really nicely. And, you know, she's a serious contender, and I wouldn't be against, you know, backing a Gordon Elliott horse in this. I mean, obviously, Willie Mullins has got quite a few in this, hasn't he? But no, I think this looks definitely Gordon Elliott's best shot for the Mayor's Novice Hurdle, and I think she'll put it up to Brandy Love, Dino Blue, maybe a couple others at a bigger price, but Party Central, I think, has a bit more improvement in her after winning her last 2 starts also. So for me, Party Central. I wouldn't be surprised if she has improvement and goes close. So I'll be with her.
Nice one. Should we move on to the last race?
The last race, yeah. Another handicap, amateur jockeys handicap chase. Do you want to take us through your pick?
Yeah, I've gone for Smoking Gun, another Gordon Elliott horse.
Yeah, I've gone for the same.
Yeah, he's actually 9 years old, but he's probably enjoyed his best ever season. He won at Fairy House over 3 miles 5 in November. And yeah, I just think he's another one who could come on a lot. And especially with Jamie Codd now taking the ride,
Yeah.
I think he's got a great chance, mate, especially at the price as well, 8-1.
Yeah, I mean that's cracking value, really. And like you say, with Jamie Cobb being on board in the saddle, I think he's bound to go close and be thereabouts. So I think Smoking Gun, again, another horse who has probably been, worked for this race in particular. And
for sure.
I think she's got a great chance. You look at the others in the race. I mean, there's nothing really that stands out, bar the other few at the top of the market. But in terms of the form reading, I mean, Smoking Gun, I just think he's got a great chance. And, I mean, being 9 years old, I mean, I don't think that's going to have a part to play at all. And, obviously you got Frontal Assault, Gordon Elliott horse as well, who's 7. But obviously Rob James on there removes a valuable £3, and that's obviously got high claims. But no, I think I fancy Smoking Gun more so with Jamie Codd on board, and I think it'll be sure to go close.
I agree with you there, mate.
So yeah, there are day 3 preview and selections. So if hopefully we have a few more winners tomorrow and Thursday, and then
fingers crossed.
Yeah, and then we'll have our last preview and selections out in the next couple of days for Gold Cup Day, which you'll obviously be at, mate. So hope you enjoy that, and thank you again, everyone for listening. Again, let us know on Twitter at FPTP Podcast how you're doing so far after day 1, and best of luck with any bets tomorrow and Thursday. So yeah, like and subscribe, be much appreciated, and we'll see you for our final day preview in a couple of days.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers.